One tribe ends the day with empty hands. Another measures its wealth by the number of livestock in the pen. Two completely opposing ways of life. Yet both exist outside the modern world, not because they were left behind, but because this is the way of life that has always belonged to them. The Hadza people near Lake Eyasi in northern Tanzania live for today. Whatever they obtain is shared and used up, rather than saved for tomorrow. The Hamar people in the Omo Valley of southwestern Ethiopia, on the other hand, build their lives around land, seasons, and livestock. Two completely opposite philosophies. Yet they arrive at the same answer to one question: why not integrate into the modern world? Let's explore the answer. The morning of the Hadzabe begins before the first rays of sunlight have a chance to heat the dry savanna. Their belongings are nothing more than simple tools like bows and knives. No hunting plans, no goals of accumulation. They hunt with only one mission: to find food for today. They walk and walk with no predetermined route. They hunt whatever appears within sight. They wander all day. At times, they stop, draw their bows, release their arrows, but the prey escapes before the arrows can reach it. Misses like this do not make them rush. They retrieve their arrows, keep moving, keep observing. And then hope arrives. They spot a marabou stork perched high on a branch. No commands, no shouting. The whole group shifts instantly, guided by instinct alone. Bows are drawn to their fullest, targets locked, arrows fly, and this time they hit. When the bird falls, no one rushes to celebrate. They step closer, pause briefly to control the situation, and acknowledge the prey with gratitude to nature for providing their meal. As soon as the bird is brought back to their shelter, preparation begins quickly and with care. The Hadza waste nothing that nature provides. Even the feathers are collected to decorate clothing or used as accessories for their survival bows. When the food is ready, the rhythm of life slows into warmth. No one keeps the best portion for themselves. No rewards, no competition, only a sense of connection after a day spent doing what needed to be done. For the Hadza, food is not something to store as property, but something to be shared so the whole community can survive. But only moments later the atmosphere begins to change. Voices rise, a few people sway lightly, as if releasing the tension after a long hunt. It is not display, but a natural response when they know the group's survival is secured for another day. If the Hadza live with a sense of freedom without ownership or accumulation, then among the Hamar, cattle are the measure of maturity and status. Their lives revolve around livestock herding. Cattle are considered the most valuable animals, serving as currency in marriage dowries and standing at the center of major rituals. Instead of constant movement, the Hamar choose to settle. They dig, carve wood, build sturdy frames, and carefully plaster floors with a mixture of clay and water to create solid living spaces for both people and animals. The Hamar economy does not rely solely on cattle. They live from four main sources: raising cattle and goats, farming sorghum, maize, beans and pumpkins during the rainy season, beekeeping for honey, and occasionally hunting and gathering when needed. Unlike the Hadza, they do not need to search for food every day. Their source of life is already in their hands, inside their livestock pens. But what makes the Hamar truly distinctive is not only their way of life, but how they preserve tradition. The coming-of-age ceremony is one of the most important milestones for men. Before that, members of the tribe rub sand onto his body for purification, smear cow dung for strength, and wrap tree bark around him as a form of protection. In a lively atmosphere filled with the sounds of bells and horn trumpets, the initiate removes all clothing. He must jump up and run across a line of cattle 4 times in a row without falling. If he falls, he fails, facing ridicule and bringing shame to his family until he tries again the following year. If he succeeds, the boy joins the ranks of the Maza, the adult men. Here, life is not only about survival but about recognition within the community. If the Hadza are bonded through sharing food, the Hamar are bonded through rituals, livestock, and values passed down across generations. One side lives with almost no accumulation, with food entirely dependent on daily foraging in nature. The other accumulates value through livestock, with sustenance generated from the community's own herding system, a more stable structure over time. Two opposing philosophies, yet both have sustained themselves for hundreds, even thousands of years, long before the modern world appeared and labeled them backward. The modern world views systems and conveniences as essential. But for these communities, what must be preserved is not technology, it is the way they live, how they connect, and how they maintain their culture. And those things, not machines, are what truly create a sense of fullness in their lives.